Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is Swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
But anyways, this is Culture Daily's big conversation. Again, good morning. And that's the reason why we're playing these songs back to back, because she is live in the studio. First time, welcome, our sweet, sexy Debbie. Yes. Thank you. The what do you say? The lights are toning beautiful in your colors. You're looking beautiful on screen. Yes, I'm getting a preview here, so we love it. We love it. Don't you just love it? Yes. Welcome to the studio, Debbie. How are you doing?
I'm good.
It's been a minute.
Yes. It's actually my first time on this.
Yes.
show.
Yes. First time. It's good to have
And
you.
I love the studio. It's so clean,
Thank
so
you.
nice.
Thank
so
you.
Demure.
Yeah. That's the latest terminology. Where did that thing just circulate from? Was this lady on?
Man.
Yes, I love that you said lady, girl. Behave yourself.
Sorry, Shim.
Yes, on TikTok. Yes.
But he's still transitioning. So at that point, what do we call him? Because he's not.
Oh wait, hold on.
You know, his pronoun, I said his, their pronoun will probably be they or she or her, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the transition
I
is
actually
not
said
over.
lady because I thought it was a lady that
No,
like.
you don't need to transition before.
Okay.
It's about how you feel inside. How do
Okay,
you
it
feel
was-
inside?
Okay.
Okay, so it's a trans. Started that terminology.
Yes.
So what did he or
Demure. So cute.
What did they say?
Yeah.
So
demure, so cutesy.
going to work, the person was like, oh, you see how I go to work, very demure, very mindful. I don't do too much like the other girls. I don't put too much makeup. My hair is... So just something like that.
Okay, so the
And
people
then
singled
it
out
caught-
that word.
It caught a trend, yeah.
Because the word sounds like something that is already in existence. Like
It is.
Demure
No, it
is
actually
already in
is, but it's like an
existence.
old word that we haven't...
It's Old English.
Very old English. I don't
Yeah.
even think I've used yeah,
Demure.
old, but not that old. Yeah.
It's all good. Like, listen, we're excited about today's conversation because, for you having the first time to visit us, sometimes we like to expand. We like to get to know you very well.
Okay.
And I'm dating this back to as far back as family as probably when you were a fresh baby
Really?
out of the womb.
We have time for all that.
We have time for starting off.
Yeah,
Let's get to
no,
know.
we're not even
Let's get to know Sister Debbie, and then we can talk about the music as well. It's a brand new music that's out there that we want to focus on this morning as well. But before we do all of that, Debbie, real quick, join us at Live Resto Lounge. Tomorrow is Halloween. They call it. Are you celebrating Halloween in any way?
Oh,
Are you doing anyway?
never really have.
Okay.
Actually, I would be supporting Kojo Manuel at Mad Club on Sunday.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, has it got to do with Halloween?
Is it
anyway?
Casa Loco?
Casa Loco, yes.
Yes.
It's a Halloween
I think
party.
it's a Halloween themed party.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm not like crazy about Halloween.
In childhood, you didn't have any Halloween. Those families where they take certain
Oh
things.
no, my mom didn't take that like serious.
Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah.
Because it's Halloween.
Maybe Christmas. It was more about the decorations, like Christmas tree and stuff. But even Halloween, no, we didn't really get like costumes for that.
How was Christmas?
If like I had like
Yeah.
access to like costumery and like I'll probably put in the effort.
Which
Actually,
character would you dress like?
I feel like dressing like the Joker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
was-
Cyril,
I
you
was-
finally let out some air. Cyril is hungry like me.
I've eaten. That's why
Are
I'm
you
slow.
sure?
Yes.
Hey, I thought you were rather
He
hungry.
swallowed like
There's been
an
early
four
breakfast.
different
You
types
are
of
late.
sandwich.
Sandwich.
We had a club sandwich. Everybody here
Oh,
is
that sandwich you're in from.
And Frama is just for the
Eh.
yeah. Thank you.
Can't watch it.
Thank you. You really know me.
Yeah.
You see.
Wow.
So there's going to be a Halloween party at Live Resto Lounge tomorrow. It's in East Legon. Listen, you might want to make some bookings and call 0201-337766 ASAP. Hurry up, it's going to be a great party there as well. Betway's got great news for us. As the proud official betting partner of Arsenal, Betway is bringing you way more with a new fan exclusive page. Listen, place any bet on Arsenal and you stand a chance to win exciting monthly prizes from a range of Arsenal jerseys and memorabilia. Not only that, stand a chance to experience this once in a lifetime play on the pitch experience also at the Emirates Stadium. Competition ends 31st January 2025. It's exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway gets way more. Do you bet? Are you into football or any of the sporting activities, and do you bet?
I don't bet. I
Okay.
don't think I have that luck.
That means there's some experiences there.
Olele, do you have that
you,
luck?
Have you
Very honest.
have you lost major bets? You tried it and it didn't work out.
I won't say I've tried it. I think like Kiddie Time, there was like Lucky Scratch and something.
Try a lot, Kentons.
Yeah, the one that.
With the balloons.
Yes, I was not really ever lucky. I always used to get the very tiny, unblowable.
The hard
balloons.
one.
Very hard. Your mouth will tell you.
Yo,
But I don't know. You can relate it to things in life. I don't think I have that kind of
That luck.
quick. I
Yeah.
don't think so. Yeah.
Let's roll back to, because you mentioned family and Christmas. Let's go back to growing up. What kind of family setting did you grow up in?
Okay, so so my mom left my dad when I was 3.
Okay.
And then we lived in a lot of neighborhoods, starting with Latebio Koshizoti.
Hold on.
Yeah. You lived there too, right? Yeah. If only they try find a connect.
Wait.
By fire, by force.
I know,
You're
that is
already
Zoti.
married. Hey, wait, or no?
Yes, I am.
Uh-huh.
I
No,
like
I
that
am.
you mentioned it. Like,
hey, don't
No,
make
but-
excuses.
Relax. I'm not even talking about
Right now,
my
the
mind.
conversation is going too deep.
It's going too deep.
Because that one
My
is
mind
another
wasn't even
topic.
there. No, I'm talking about you lived around Zoti.
Yeah. So when I was like, so from like 3 to
No!
4. You remember us?
Yes. My brothers know your brother very well.
One Love.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
We lived. No. We lived. Zoti. No, listen. Hold on.
I have to say
The
your
girl
bets
says
drop.
Zoti. The girl says Zoti. Anyone you for here knows Zoti.
no.
So do you understand why it will only mean you have to live
There.
there to know
Zoti,
Zoti Clinic?
to know Zoti.
Is
Do
that
you
where
remember
you
there was a
found them?
cemetery nearby?
Yes.
So let me tell you about the childhood. So I was like 3, 4, like from 3.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think we lived there till I was maybe a year or 2.
Uh-huh.
So I'm the only girl from my mom, and I had 2 older brothers. That's One Love and then Francis. So I was always playing with boys, and then we had area friends too. So sometimes I'll cross the road to the other side. So remember, I'm 3 years, 4 years. My mom always gave us freedom.
After we'll pinpoint to the particular area in Zoti that you were at. I want to find that. Yeah.
Not too far from the main junction, but I can't.
Okay.
So I would go to the next house. I don't know if it was a compound house, but there was no like gate or anything. I would play like cooking.
Yeah.
So with the stones and sand.
Mama
and
and dada.
leaves. Yeah. No, not mom and dada. Cooking.
Okay.
And then we had a neighbor whose mom was always putting kekedro in his butt. So we would like stand on objects to climb the wall and look. And then my brothers would be laughing, looking, and sometimes they will help me also look. But you can't see, you can just hear the boy crying. But it was so sad. Like it was traumatizing. He was screaming, crying. And then, in time we'll go and play at the house sometimes. I remember we used to go to the house, and that house, they used to crack, is it palm kernel? There's the white part
thing,
that you
yeah,
can
yeah,
eat. We used to go and eat that. We used to go and play there sometimes. But then upon going there, we realized that, it was bentwa with like ginger and things that the mom always used to put in his butt. But I don't know what he used to do that was so bad. And so, growing up there, we probably had like a house help. Yeah, we had a maid servant, and we used to call her Grace Jones. Well, I would. I'm sure my mom gets that name, but One Love would also call her Grace Jones because she had that haircut.
cut, yeah.
She had that look, those striking
The
features.
masculine features. Yeah.
Yes, and we had dogs. We've always had dogs. And I remember I used to play in the garden a lot, and we used to play with the water hose a lot. So this is one thing I always remember that we used to do. We had a big veranda. Maybe it was big because I was small.
You're small.
But we had a big terrazzo veranda. And what we'll do, One Love was always leading. When my mom leaves for work, when we don't have school. This one day, in fact, why did I start this story?
Would love to hear it.
So
Good
this
day,
is the
good day.
game.
Yeah.
You take the water hose, top pressure, and you put it in your butt. And then at the same time, let's say, you know what? I forgot the details. I wouldn't have started the story. You put it in your butt, and then you make sure the veranda is like fully wet, like flooded. And then you slide from one side to the other.
God.
You run and you
So
slide.
that was your water slide.
Yeah, our water slide. So all the 3 of us would slide, and whichever friend was around, we slide, get to the end, then you run to the back of the house where we had like plantain trees. Normal house.
Yeah.
Plantain trees, and then you pull there. It's like just water. Go there. Then you go back and you go again, and I was like, so fun. And that was
Jesus
something I remember.
That sounds like childhood.
I mean, I thought I was going to hear something along the lines of Police and Thief or something.
No. Oh, that one came later.
It's a different game.
We played Pampana, but I said we lived in different neighborhoods. So that was Zoti.
Yeah.
And then we moved to
So Zoti
Asylum
was known
Down.
for that type of childhood games?
No.
That's what I remember it for. Oh, no. That's what I remember from my childhood at Zoti.
I'm asking because, like you said, like every neighborhood
Police and Thief.
had like something they were known for.
Okay,
Yeah.
Zoti.
So I lived in Bembacam, for example. I'm
Okay,
a barracks
okay.
boy, right? So Police and Thief was one.
Okay.
Gata to Gata was another.
What was that?
Gata to Gata. So you find this big gata. It's like supposed to be a drainage, right? But it's really wet. So
Yeah.
we just
A dry
go
one.
pa on it. Like
You jump over it?
No,
Or
like Spider-Man, you are inside the gutter. So you're going, you're
with
jumping
your
side by
legs.
side by side.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Wow, that's
Oh yeah, okay.
So you brought out games.
I get it.
Because-
I get it.
No, I don't think
So your legs are split.
Your leg are split,
In that
yes.
way,
Wow,
okay,
that's
so I get
Sometimes
it.
you
good
can
exercise.
go 3-3, 3-3.
Let me hold on. So
Yeah.
since he's mentioned, you see, every neighborhood had a certain action game. So you've mentioned. Okay.
You see, that was just my house.
Yeah.
But Zoti, remember I said earlier on that, did you remember the cemetery? Do you remember the cemetery?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that time it was Lady High Hill. And then my brothers or myself made me believe that we used to see ghosts. We used to go to one of us always taking us to the cemetery and we'll follow. And then I remember going to school, nursery or whatever, telling my friends that I saw the father ghost, the mother ghost, and the child, and I believed it so much. Like I can still see those pictures that I put in.
Did you actually see those?
Maybe as a child I did because children and like animals, they can see stuff that we can't
Yeah, they can see. Yeah.
because I remember
Yeah.
I can see the father, I can see the mother. And one of them was taking us to the cemetery. So Zoti was known for the cemetery. But aside that, like with the kids in the area, it was
Yeah.
cooking that I used to play or we
Yeah.
used to play with them. Yes.
Yeah. So where did you move from? From Zoti, where did you move
We went to
Sorry.
Asylum Down.
Okay.
Yes, and I was there. So me personally, so I was there from like I remember my age, there. So from 4 to like 9.
Okay.
And in Asylum Down, oh my days. So if I was, let's say when I was about, if I can remember, when I was 7, One Love would be 11.
Okay.
And my other brother would be 9.
Okay.
And we had an adopted brother, Joseph,
Okay.
who was my age, okay? So my mom used to go on a lot of work trips, and she would leave us in the house with the house help. But the house help, it's nighttime, she goes to bed.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was part, but we used to organize secret parties
Wow.
and invite our area friends.
Are you kidding me?
And the music at that time was dance hall. Diana King, Shabarangs. They would be doing Bago, Butterfly. And then the pocket money my mom has left for us. One of will buy robot chewing gum, put it in a bowl.
That pink hard gum.
And the friends in the area, our young friends who like their mothers have trained them to cook and stuff. The girls who do like jollof, there's chicken. Imagine, 11 years below. Late night party to like 4 in the morning, and we'll be dancing like dance, or we'll put like disco light, like those kind of things. So that's what I remember from
Asylum
Down.
Down.
But I used to play a lot with my brothers.
Do you feel people don't think you've had a Ghanaian upbringing? Like when I said typical Ghanaian upbringing, the mindset might be maybe challenge, because all these things you talk about is like people would never expect in this big blue
I don't
globe.
think they think that way, because when people meet me, they're like, wow, I didn't think you'd be like this. Wow, you are so down to earth. Hey, wow, who you calm? I'm like, hey, do you want me to be somersault?
Talking about this down to earth and realness. Where would you say you took this from? Is it because of some of these childhood experiences, or did it define you at a certain point in time in your life?
I think it's from my mother, because we were raised by her, and my mom is not somebody. I've never seen her flexing on somebody. No, it's all about herself, making people happy, being kind to people, welcoming people. She was always hosting guests, and when I say guests, even though she's a Romanian who was living in Ghana, she was working as a Ghanaian. However, she would host the Romanians who are there working for the Romanian companies, like construction companies, the embassy and stuff like that. So she was always like a host, always, very friendly to everybody. If you go to the supermarket with her, you will now be waiting, oh, mama, let's go. She's now conversing with the girls serving the cake or the croissant. Like up to now, if I go to Kuala, the old women, hey, where's your mom? I miss your mom. Like,
So you
know,
see,
so
you had those
very friendly.
families that were
Yeah.
known. People know this family because they can easily identify you. Now, since you mentioned your mom being Romanian,
Yes.
What about food? Were you cooking? Was she very regular local Ghanaian dish, or she would throw in something from?
Okay, so sometimes she would do like a Romanian dish. Like recently, I was looking through my old pictures with my friend Jaden, and then they were asking me that, what is this? And I realized that, it was a Romanian dish. So growing up, when my grandma would visit from Romania and she's in the kitchen, I'll always be with her in the kitchen. But because I was a kid, I was like, say 6, 7, the one they'll give me to do is the salad. That's how come I love eating greens and eating healthy, right?
Okay.
So I love, some things, it's an acquired taste. If from kiddie time, they don't make you eat olives and lettuce and things, you might not like it. It will hard. So I would like slice the lettuce, the tomatoes, and then there's some Romanian dishes like in the picture. There was something like a squash, the vegetable called squash. You cut it in half, you scoop it out, and then you prepare like minced meat, as if you come to do minced meat balls, but you're not frying it. You put it inside. And like yesterday, my friend was asking me from the picture, so do you fry it? I'm like, no, this one, you just cook it in the stew. So that's a Romanian dish. So yes, once in a while, my mom would do Romanian.
Something in there.
Yes, but we always had like a house help who would also cook and like, take care of us, right? And she would cook Ghanaian dishes. My mom knows how to cook Ghanaian dishes as well. Like if she wants to do palm nut soup, she would just buy the tin.
Okay.
You see the
already
palm, but she will make like palm nut soup for us. But of course, she will not pound the fufu.
You mentioned I think 2 brothers and
Yes.
and another.
But let me finish with the food.
Okay.
But we used to sometimes swerve the house food and sneak out. So when my mom goes to sleep, one love would take us to Asalam down the runabout. They used to have TZs there with TZs basically with the soup. Is it deru or whatever? Yes, and we used to eat that late in the night when she's asleep. Or we go and buy yam and chofi.
When you say late in the night, what time are we looking at?
Or like they used to sell in the night too. Like we'll just go and buy it and come and sit at the dining table and eat.
12 midnight.
Oh yeah, 11 p.m., 12 midnight. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm told
And then-
you lived on the Opoku and Adote Street. Yes, I'm
That I didn't know
I'm
the
pulling
name.
the details out.
Hey, who is that?
gradually.
Is it one love?
No, not one.
Who is
I'm
that?
talking to neighborhood friends.
Hey, are they sure?
Yeah, Zoti area community friends. Yeah,
But
listen.
I live that house. Oh my God! When I passed by, I'm like, this house is so tiny. I
Tiny,
thought it was
yes.
so big.
Yes.
It's close to Igana.
Okay.
It's
So-
very close to Igana.
So you see, so there are people who, because that's what I said, you look like the family that is like when you go anywhere, people can identify you easily. That is the reason why when you mentioned Zotina, even I may have been really really young, but
Yes, yes.
I'm just getting flashes, and I'm talking to a group here that we've kept the neighborhood running for a while.
Okay.
Yes, and the
Is that
conversations
where you
are
got
going.
your Zone 8 from?
No, that's on
That's on Tate. I'm sure you're doing forgotten.
Zonticate and Monjate.
Monjate,
Yes,
rather.
there are words that I've been introducing to them that they are like demure, but there's Monjate and Zonticate. It works
Well,
for
it's a real
everything.
English word.
It works for anything.
In
Like
his-
you're
in his
looking
head.
very, very.
His own
He and
word.
his friends.
It's a real word.
Do you know
Yeah.
Kokomias? To Kokomias.
Yes, to shake.
So
Kind of.
Yeah, Kokomias is
Ah,
the sometimes.
So what is it from Ewe?
No.
We all use it.
just
The whole Ghana used it.
no, the
No,
word
so
feels shaky.
one of my best childhood friends, Jennifer, she says when she goes out in public, if she's not chewing gum or she can't popomias, that means you lose confidence, roll into a ball, and just roll down the hill or something.
So Ga is Popo, right? Popo. So I'm sure it came
Okay,
from.
to
Yeah,
Popo,
it came from there.
You mentioned, 2 brothers and an adopted one, but
Yes.
when you keep mentioning One Love's name, does it mean you were really close to him, or he's somebody you could,
Ringleader. Okay,
identify
so
yourself with?
my other
Yeah.
brother is not like an extrovert like us.
Okay.
Yes, he's an introvert. He doesn't like attention like that. All these media things.
We had, because
like
we've
that.
never heard, his name pop up anywhere.
What's James?
No, Francis.
Francis.
So I have 2 brothers called James.
Okay.
They
The
are from
footballer.
different moms.
The one who would have been one of the greatest footballers from this country. I went to school with him.
Is he the dark one or
The dark one.
light? Oh yeah, James is good at
I went to Silk
football.
League with him.
Yeah, he even continued when he went to London.
So,
But yeah.
can I catch you? This one says, One Love was very quiet back then, which earned him the nickname Spooky. Because he moved and looked like a ghost.
No, but you know what? We are both quiet till I'm asked the question or is need like I need to talk. We're
Talk,
just
yes.
quiet.
Yeah. I'm pulling the archives.
And you know his it's not about him, but his
Okay.
his name in SS1 was Oshin. because he was very pale,
Oh.
very white.
Thank you for that information.
You remember the series, right?
That's the girl who
Somebody
suffered.
suffered past you know.
Oh, yes,
No, I beg you.
yeah.
I beg to differ. Izora suffered.
When in there's an art life to you. That's when I saw you from afar in KNUST. But have you always been art?
I have. Yeah, so since I was like, let's say 5 years old, I would have like paper, lots of paper on the floor, paint brushes, paint. Then all you have to do is give me butter bread with butter on the side,
That's
some
all.
slices, and maybe water.
You be quiet.
Then that is it. I'm in my element. I'll be painting, like, you know. So it's always been my hobby to like draw and paint, and also I loved cutting pieces of my mom's old fabric and do 2x4 stitching to make clothes for my Barbie dolls. So I've always liked fashion, art. I've always loved plants, animals. After school, I'll plant seeds. Or I'll play with we used to have like some tortoise in the garden.
Oh.
Or I'll play with my dogs. I love cats. Like I'm obsessed with,
With cats.
animals. Like all animals.
animals.
Yeah. I had a piglet as a pet once.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, I had a piglet and I had a lamb. The lamb caught a disease. One day I came from school and it was dried. It was stiff.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've had a lot of, yeah.
Have you
How-
seen-
it seems
th-
like-
this that I be type
Yeah.
Which
it
that
be
I be?
this 80s, 90s,
Authentic.
2000 that I be different.
Old
you see?
money is-
Yeah, old money is.
Yeah.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb.
If she goes to school and she says I have a piglet,
have a
you
piglet.
have
Hey.
cockroach.
I- I-
You don't have anything.
Debbie, you seem to have maintained, the childlikeness, right? Not childish,
Oh,
because
yeah,
I
I
believe
guess
there's a difference between being childlike and being childish, and it's a thing of the heart, right? The inside, right? What has helped you do that as well? Because now it's also telling on you, right? That you are advanced in age, but you still don't look like it. You still have the playfulness, the lightness of heart, and all of that. What has helped you?
I'm not really sure because I've not like actually studied it or anything. But I feel like in most situations, whenever there's like a problem, I always quickly think about a solution.
Okay.
And I try to think of something positive out of any experience, no matter how bad it is. I console myself for looking, at least, okay, this brought me this, or I was able to do this. So I always try to turn a negative situation into something positive. And I don't anticipate that something bad is going to happen unless I know for sure, because from experience.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll say it so that it can be prevented. But I always like to think positive. I believe that we should always be nice to everybody till they do something bad to you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I feel like we shouldn't just. When I went to KNUST, we had a new lecturer. He was young. He was very different, very ambitious, innovative. He was the youngest lecturer. And I don't know if I had come to school late or something, but I hadn't yet met him. Okay, he hadn't taught my class yet. And everybody was like, that guy is some way, he's some way, he's mean, he's rude. And I was already scared. Like, this course was already difficult for me moving to Kumasi. And I'm like, you know what? Let me put all this out of my head and just meet the person for myself. At the end of the day, I'm different. So I said, let me meet this man for myself. Do you know that man up to today is one of my best friends?
Oh.
Like he's actually very correct, does things on time, does things orderly, and that is what most
Don't
people
like.
do not like.
He's disciplined.
He's disciplined. He
Right.
sticks to his word. That was it. And they came to say this and this and this about him. I was the first student, probably from KNUST, that was able to do their internship outside Ghana, because I got a letter through my uncle for internship at a publishing house in New Jersey. And I presented it to Dr. Ralph. This the lecturer I'm talking about. He did a PhD, he's now a doctor. And he said, oh, sure, I'll work on this for you. And then the whole department, the head of the department, everybody was like, oh, but it hasn't been done before. We can't do this. And he said, it hasn't been done before doesn't mean it can't be done. There's a first time to everything. So he helped me get the letters and everything from, the main...
The department heads and
yes,
all that. Yeah.
department head, and then from the, you need a letter from
The faculty.
Exactly, the faculty. And then I was able to do a 3-month internship in a proper publishing house in the USA because of him.
From tech.
Yes, because he wasn't backward in thinking. He wasn't relaxed. He would push boundaries.
Right.
Yeah, so I wouldn't like just listen to what somebody is saying and apply it, because I also know that the way you act, is how the person will react to you.
Yeah, that's true.
So it depends. So that's how I move.
So you see, let me tell you. So here a bunch of guys from one side of the hostel watching some fine girl. Check this girl. She didn't talk to anybody. Come and drive and car cute and come and park and go. Actually, this girl, and that's the thing. So you came across as that very. I mean, at that time, as we're watching you, very hardworking, disciplined with her work. She's not like you don't see her chilling. Like you don't see her
Frolicking.
like say sway off.
Frolicking
Maybe
around.
frolicking might be a word. Yeah, I don't know if it's too hard. Yeah, you don't see her in such, and God rest her soul, Antoinette Poku.
Yes.
So you see them very quiet and Charlie, they work too hard. I'm like, hey, this guy, I go approach him and say,
The department was very strict. If you
Very.
didn't miss a class,
very.
so that's one thing Dr. Ralph introduced. When you miss a class, you miss a lesson, you miss points. So everybody was trying to make it to class. Like you don't miss. So the publishing department, the publishing class was always full.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about my class was that there were people I used to call people auntie and uncle, auntie Corne. There were people that were much older than like late 40s, mid 50s.
Wow.
Because publishing is at any age you can do it. Yes. Yeah.
So, did you have any intentions? I mean, now a whole new life has just, thrown itself to you.
Yeah.
You become a public figure, a socialite. People know Debbie.
Yeah.
But I doubt if this was the intention, the plan, in any way to have yourself, at a point where, yes, you might want to be able to go out and buy wache, but you want to consider a lot of things before you engage in certain
Exactly.
things. Right from school, what was supposed to be the direction for Debbie?
So, as I said, as a child, I've always loved arts and entertainment. I was always in a dance group since the age of 7. We always used to do what we call formation dancing, so choreography.
Do you still dance?
Yes, I still dance.
Okay.
So,
Christ the King student, I'm told.
yes, Christ the
yeah.
King.
That one too is coming up here.
Yes.
Wikipedia there on you.
Charlie,
Did they bring up?
JJ
Did they bring up
Opie,
there?
So my hobby, like after school activities, I would beg my mom the driver should go and drop me at National Theatre. Hungry, tired, because they used to do free modeling training there. And then I registered to be part of Fun World. Like I wanted to do all that. With my best friends from school, we used to do that together. We had a dance group. We performed at Fun World. And then as I was still in Christ the King, my seniors added me to a dance group called Ray J. And we used to perform at, oh God, I've forgotten the name. Recognize. Also at,
Yeah.
Conference Center.
Yeah. There was 1 and 2 recognized, 1 and 2. And then there was Source 98.
Yeah. So it has always been a hobby, right? It's always like entertainment has always been my hobby. When I went to Wesley Girls, even though I was never officially made the entertainment prefect, I was always the entertainment rep in my class.
Okay.
And when I was going to Gehe, like I thought, I love art, so but my dad was like, no, you have to apply, you have to do science, you have to stick to science, so I was a science student. However, whilst at Wesley Girls High School, I founded the arts club, and I actually did the final choreography for my year group when we were leaving. So my year group is 2002. I remember I did the choreography to Shakira's Wherever, Whenever, and I got the prize, which was a new category because of me. I got the prize for Most Creative Student Award, 2002. So then I come to tech. Now tech, nobody is dancing.
No.
Because at that time, they were like, what are you doing? That means you are not serious.
Yeah.
You see the way you saw me serious, now you hear that I'm dancing, you think I'm not serious. So I stopped the dancing, unfortunately. I didn't have anyone that was also willing to dance. And the new friends I had made in publishing, they were not like physically active, not that. So then the dancing stopped. So 4 years I wasn't dancing. And then actually after SS, I went through, so during my time, you have to wait at home for like 9 months to a year.
Yeah.
It was like 9 months.
Before you go to uni.
Yeah, so during that time, I went to Romania.
Okay.
To spend time with my grandma, after school, doing nothing in Ghana. While I was there, my uncle enrolled me into a high school and I was doing art. It was very difficult. I was doing an old white man was teaching me to draw with charcoal. Those things. What did you say?
Fine art.
We were doing fine art. It was very difficult, but I didn't last, but I tried. Yeah, and then during that time, I made friends from the neighborhood and through other friends, and we started a dance group again.
Oh,
and it
nice.
became quite big, and we would tour cities and towns. We won't get paid, but it was fun.
Yeah.
So the dancing was it. So yeah, then I go to tech, no dancing, and so that was it. So after tech, 2007, right? 2007, Romania and Bulgaria finally also joined the EU.
Okay.
So I'm like, I need to go and get my Romanian passport to go to London to work. That was my mind. My mind was, school, no, I'm done. I'm going to hustle. I want to make money.
Yeah.
So now I do all that, like, which was not easy. You have to get all your documents, go and get a Romanian passport. Can you imagine? So I do all that. I finally get to the UK. I'm living with my uncle, who is, by the way, the founder / co-founder of Black History Month in the UK.
Okay.
He's my uncle through marriage, so my auntie's husband. Yes. He's a Pan-Africanist, and he's very much into, you know, Africa, natural stuff, you know, Pan-African. He's an Nkrumahist, stuff like that. So I was living in their house, and then he said to me, I was there to hustle because now I have an EU passport. I'm going to work, right? He said to me that, no, you've done your bachelor's degree. You have to do your master's. You can't have a gap. You shouldn't wait. Since you've done publishing, it will be easy to do this publishing course. And now, unfortunately, the whole burden and weight fell on my mom. She had to take a huge loan. I thought, because I have a Romanian passport, I'll pay like European fees, or I won't pay fees. I thought it would be subsidized. But now when I went to check, and I've already done part of the process, when I went to check, they said no, because the past 3 to 5 years, you are not living in the UK. You don't qualify. Oh my God. So this is 2007. Already my mom paid for my uni, like tech. I was a fee-paying student because the course they were giving me, I didn't want it. I wanted to switch to arts, to publishing. Like, I wanted to switch to arts.
I'm sorry to ask.
Not,
Did this mean that you had no contact with your dad? I'm just sorry.
I had contact. Okay, actually, when I was going to tech, there was some tension between us.
Okay,
We had an issue. Yes.
Okay, all right.
So my mom was the one going to pay for my university fees, and also because I was fee paying. Not even because of that. Like, she was going to pay. I don't know what. I think they gave me. I got nutrition. You know, I was a science student, so I got nutrition at Legon, but I didn't want to be in Accra. I was like, I want to see Ghana. I want to go to another place. So now I was a fee-paying student because now I'm choosing what I want. Now, even though I was a fee-paying student, and I wanted to switch to arts, but because of my science background, the only course they said I can do is publishing. And when I checked it out, I loved it: graphic design, drawing, English literature, print production. There was basic econs, basic accounting. I'm like, oh, this is cool. So that's how come I ended up doing publishing at Tech.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. So,
Yeah.
so now back to the UK, and now you trying to, as you were saying.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm just there to work, and my uncle is like, no, you should do your master's.
Yeah.
He's very much into education and academia. So now my mom had to take a loan, £11,000 at that time.
At the time.
11, yeah. Yes.
Even now.
Even today, yeah.
She had to take
Still
out a
lot.
loan. So I made this, my two best friends in uni, they actually did magazine publishing, but some of our classes were joined. I did book journal publishing, right? But my two best friends, funny enough, one was from the Caribbean and one was from China. And those were, the three of us were like the three musketeers. And Vanessa, the one from the Caribbean, she will always tell people this story. That when she's asking me to skip class, I say, hey, my mother has paid £11,000. So
You can't just say,
my Ghanaian
have you
accent
seen your
and
two best
everything.
friends? Who are your two best friends? One has this
please.
and then the other one has.
Yeah, where I'm coming from Ghana. People haven't, like, I used
Your
to
road
tell
is
them
far.
that.
Make one-
I even forgot that I used to tell her that because maybe I'm serious and I'm trying to. And she's like, "Oh, let's go for coffee. Let's go to Ghana."
Yeah.
Me, I don't drink coffee. So it was interesting.
So you
was
that's where
interesting.
so you went back to school.
I went back to school, which wasn't planned. But
okay.
And then, as I said, the same thing kept coming to me. So I would have a friend who would tell her designer cousin that, oh, I can model, like Deborah is my friend, she can model for you. So I started modeling for like my friends who were upcoming fashion designers in London. So the statement came again. So I was modeling, but also because I had done graphic design at Tech, I was doing what they call come. So I was a graphic designer. So I was always on my laptop, seriously obsessed. I remember at the time I was dating this guy, And then he asked me what I wanted for, was it Christmas or my birthday? He asked me what I wanted, and I said I wanted a hard drive 1 tera. He said, what kind of girlfriend is this? Are you crying? He was mad.
Charlie, you are the one that we've been looking for all our lives.
He was asking, he said, you should ask for a bag or a shoe. Like,
No.
But if a girl is asking for 1 terabyte as a birthday present, I will give you 2 terabytes.
2 terabytes anytime.
Okay.
He was like, what? He's like, no. I'm strange. I'm not normal.
You didn't want roses. You didn't want, you know.
No,
She
because
said
I was
don't like
so
coffee.
obsessed.
Say rose.
Let me tell you something. If you are a graphic designer,
Yeah.
like I don't do that much nowadays.
Yeah.
I just supervise. You get addicted though. You can't stop. Oh. That's
That
how
is
like
true.
people are editing photos. You want to stay up all night. You get obsessed.
And that's why they work chair.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's what I was doing the whole time. So I think he was even probably not getting attention he wanted, you know. But everybody's working. He was working and yeah.
So basically not surprised to find yourself in here because some of these elements were just going to replay itself, you know.
Yeah, like the instrument bits just
Yeah.
kept pulling me. So as you're saying, what was the plan? So okay, so now I've done a master's in
Yes.
publishing, right?
Yes.
So as I said, the modeling and things I did in London, okay, I don't think I did any music video stuff there. I hadn't even done any music then.
Uh-huh.
So I come to Ghana and I'm still...
Why did you come back?
Okay, so I came back because by 2008, the UK entered one of the worst recessions. And I was actually laid off. So it got to a point where I was working part-time at my uni, doing odd jobs from serving sandwiches to, what's the word, like co-writing, which I wasn't good at because my humor and my style of writing is different from Ghana, but I used to help out. So I was like assistant writer, assistant graphic designer, sandwiches sharer, showing new students around the university. But I was getting paid.
When you say assistant writer, are you talking about the school's magazine or something?
Yes, like a school pamphlet, news, that kind of thing, right? Yeah. And so
Wow, you have all this background.
yeah, it's even
And
a lot,
experiences.
And then and then I also applied. I think my uncle told me about a vacancy at Financial Times UK. So I applied for an internship there, and I got it as a junior graphic designer.
Okay.
And then there, so in tech, they taught us how to design using Adobe. So Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop. But when I went to Financial Times, this Asian lady, British Asian, she was using
CorelDRAW.
Quack Express.
Quack Express.
Quack Express.
What?
So now I had to learn. It wasn't difficult though.
It wasn't
I had
even CorelDRAW.
not even CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW, I don't think I've ever used it. I don't like it, I'm afraid. But it was Quack Express. Can you imagine? So I used to use, and then, so I was the assistant graphic designer, the junior. The term was junior. So I was there for a couple of months, and they called me and said, oh, they have to lay me off. Because there was a recession, they were laying everybody off. And I was an intern.
Yeah, so
When
yours
they
was
laid
quick.
me off, do you know my salary? It was a lot too, £700 for an intern.
2008.
And I was there for just like 2 months too.
Hey, then this money boy you.
At least I wasn't paying rent because I was at my uncle's place. But still, you have to buy clothes, you have to buy toiletries, you have to buy cosmetics, you know, winter shoe, winter clothes, those kind of things. So it was a hassle. It was a hassle.
So you decided to move back to Ghana.
So when the recession hit, now when I got the £700, now Christmas was coming. Alone in the cold town. I can't go to Ghana because I'm not ready to go to Ghana. I've just come. Then my best friend said I should come to the Caribbean.
Wow.
I used my last money and I went there
jamming.
to French Caribbean, Guadeloupe. Their flight is long, like hours. You go to Paris, you transit, and it's like an 8-hour over the ocean. The plane was huge. You know those planes that is upstairs and downstairs? It was scary. I just remember being in a huge dark plane alone because she had taken the lead, I think. Yes, she had taken the lead. So I went to French Caribbean for 3 weeks. By the time I left, I was speaking Creole, broken French. Like I'd experienced life from a different angle. You go to the clubs, they are dancing zouk. I fell in love with her cousin fell in love with me. I fell in love with the cousin who was a mechanic.
What a life journey.
We were young. I come back to London. She tells our Chinese friend that I dated her cousin. Deborah, you come China, you date my cousin too. No.
No, like, so I mean,
It was crazy.
then again, like the ultimate that after having all these experiences and the world showing you all these sides,
Yeah.
it's back home. to live here.
Yeah. I told you I'm too detailed. Yeah, so the recession and I couldn't get a job. I came back to London, applying. Well, when I came back I was writing my thesis, my dissertation, because the actual graduation was 2009. So at least I have to stay for my graduation, right? And then I applied for so many jobs, and I spoke to one of my professors, this white old woman, Jill. And I opened up to her, and she also opened up to me. She was like, Deborah, let me tell you something. This country, right now, the jobs, is scarce. There's a recession. If they are going to employ people, first of all, they're going to employ a white British person. Secondly, maybe a very competitive, like a Japanese or an Indian, it's graphic design, it's publishing, but definitely a British person first. Maybe white British, then maybe black British, who knows? Me, Romania, Ghana. So she told me straight up, she was honest. So I advised myself. But when I told my uncle I want to leave, he was quite disappointed. He was like, no, I should stay and keep trying. I was like, Charlene, I can't be here. I felt like that wasn't my purpose in life, because while I was trying to get a job in my field, like publishing, graphic design, which the competition was so high, I went to so many interviews, like top publishing firms like Pearson, Penguin Books, like I've been to all those offices, but I didn't get called for the job. And of course, your race is a factor.
It's a factor.
Do you understand? And even my culture, as I said, my type of writing, my humor, everything is different, I did all that. Like I registered at every agency for jobs. I was looking for jobs. I wasn't getting. So in the meantime, I was doing freelance graphic design for like people in Ghana. Like my mom used to work, at the ministries. Like she used to work in government. So like her friends who would have like jobs, I would do call cards for them, business cards.
Letterhead.
Yeah.
Letterhead. I said call cards.
Letterhead, those things. So I was always working, right? Or I'll design, like I used to do a lot. So that was keeping me busy. And then as a hobby, they'll call me to model here and there, And then I eventually met, I don't know how, but I met one Nigerian who had an agency. He never hit on me, nothing. Very normal guy who was like willing to help a fellow African sister. And he had an agency, and he got me a job at Boots. You know Boots?
Yeah, Boots.
So for those who don't know, the big pharmacy, this one also had a department store. It was almost 2 hours from where I live, so I had to take like 2 buses or 3. Almost, yeah. It was in Bromley, so that's like one of the biggest Boots. It's in Bromley in the UK. And there I was working in the perfume department. So I did that for some time, and my uncle was still saying, no, maybe things will get better, you still be around. Of course, I was still getting money from, the job, but I was like, no, the way I see myself, this is not my level, like to be a sales, I felt that I could do more.
Way past
so
that.
I was like, Ghana cry, if I'm hungry, I can just go to my friend's house and eat jollof. Charlie Jennifer, come to the house. But London, no, everything was expensive. So even though my uncle was like, I should stay, I just looked at my situation. I should stay, but I'm the one, taking care of myself. Sometimes my mom has to send me money. And I was like, nah, I'm not here for that. It doesn't make sense. So the other highlights before I end this section of this thing is that I was on the last Ghana Airways flight to Ghana.
Oh.
Historic.
Yes, I was on the last one. This was January 2010. I don't know if it was 10th January, but if we check, but it was January 2010. And when we were leaving, I think we were leaving from Gatwick, and there was a blizzard, so we had to spend one night. Then I made some 1 or 2 friends.
Oh, wow.
In the hotel. But yes, I was on the last Ghana Airways flight. I'm like, I'm coming back home. I'm coming to look for a job in Ghana. I'm coming to work. When I came, I was still looking for a job in publishing, communications, editing. I tried. Some places were saying, I'm too qualified. Some were saying that, the way it is, they can't pay. There's no money.
In Ghana.
In Ghana. So this was in 2010. And my mom used to work at the ministries, right? I think at that time, maybe she was working at public sector reform. And they promised to bring a ministry of communication. So we're hoping that
if it happens,
I'll get a job there. It never happened. I applied to Brand Ghana. Where is Brand Ghana? What happened? So it was difficult. So as usual, I was just doing my hobby, which was modeling, doing
stuff. Yeah.
So whilst I was in Ghana searching for a job in my field, like seriously, I was still doing the commercial graphic design for people, for like Papers Health. Like I'll meet 1 or 2 people, then I'll tell them that, this is what I do. I do flyers, I do pamphlets, So I was doing that. And then, as I said, my hobby, And then Richie's mom, Richie Links Entertainment, his mom was my teacher in class 3, and she's on my Facebook. So she wrote to me and said, Debbie, I see you are in Ghana. Richie is doing a video. please, would you like to be in the video? Can you come and be in the video? And I said, oh, sure, because that's what I do, right? Video vixen. So I went to do that video. And on that set, Famous Films director Gio said, oh, he likes the way I work. I'm serious. That day I played the role of 2 different people. He said, oh, he likes the way I'm serious and I'm focused and I work. Would I like to be doing presenting and videos and stuff? And I said, oh, yes, it's my passion. So he started calling me for jobs, and he also introduced me to...
Which video was this? Could you remember?
Oh, Asem. Asem with the UK rapper.
Sway.
Oh, I think so. That one. What was it called?
Asem
I'm
is
so
Sway.
intoxicated.
Yeah. Can we find you in that video if we are welcome?
Oh, yes.
Please,
Find
production, let's
me.
go look for it quickly before we talk about the music.
Intoxicated.
Yeah, that's the title.
Yeah, and then also on that set, Richie's friend or manager at the time, Michael, his very close friend, like brother, he also asked me that, oh, are you interested in doing...
It was actually a Richie record.
It was Richie's song. Yeah, it was Richie's song. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What am I saying?
Featuring Sway.
Oh, I said Asem. Oh, God.
Yeah,
No,
Richie
sorry.
featuring
It was
Sway,
Richie's
Intoxicated,
song.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why his mom said Richie's video,
Yeah.
yes. And so Michael said, Debbie, would you like... He just met me. He was like, oh, are you interested in doing TV commercials? And I said, oh, yes. He said, oh, there's an opening for a Vodafone ad. So go, MMRS, go here at this time, this. And I went and I got the job. So that's how the whole entertainment thing kept pulling me.
It was just bound to happen.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Would you... Okay, yeah, let's go.
I have a question.
I wasn't supposed to exhaust all this time on person, but we're supposed to talk about music. But let's go.
I like that.
Enjoyed
video.
it.
Yeah. Do you think Ghanaians have not given you enough credit for your intellectual and professional prowess? Because,
this is a whole new different side.
yeah.
Unspoken of.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've done a lot of people. I see the bashing. Like I follow your pages. I see the bashing. I see the dumb comments. I see the way people come. And half the time I'm just like, and then I'm hearing all this and I'm just thinking, half of those people in those comments cannot and have not done any of this. Do you feel like maybe you've not spotlight those parts of your life? That's why people have a certain perception of it, because people just think there be music. Oh, she's coming to do some song.
No, they just think, oh, she's just light skinned, she's pretty, privileged.
Exactly.
Light skin privilege.
Is that something that keeps you up at night, maybe, or something you'd like to address, or?
Okay, so you see, majority of Ghana, we have a lack of education, right? Majority of Ghana. And I don't take such things personal. It doesn't keep me up. But then the same people wonder how come I stay relevant and how come maybe I'm doing this but I'm buzzing, or it's because of this background. So I don't think I need to come and explain and be throwing certificates and those things around, because if you wonder, it's because I have this background that has made me who I am. I'm not the type that I would explain. I feel like you will see it. One day you will see it and understand. So I don't let it bother me.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
Debbie has you've actually now downloaded a lot of your life, right, to us, right? Yeah. But would you one day want to put all of this in a book? Would you like to put out
publish
a
yourself.
memoir to publish yourself as well? Have you thought about it? If so, what do you think the title will be?
Interesting. Say good morning to our own NY DJ. I caught you, bro. You were here with us. Good morning, bro. How you doing? Big shouts going out to you at YFM in Kumasi as well, my bro. It's all good though. But did you guys spot Debbie in there? I'm sure people will go like, where is she? Yeah, time catches up with all of us. There was a moment when I think someone was falling down. She was in there.
Like
yeah. Oh, did you just see
the
it
guy
again?
falling? No.
Who was it?
He was part of the team. Yeah. Not Chris
It looks so much like Chris.
Wow. You've been around.
Yeah.
You've been in places.
Yeah.
So now the book and the title.
The title, no, I've actually, guys, I haven't thought of, I feel like there needs to be demand.
Okay. There is demand. if you decide to write a book today, there'll be huge
I
demand.
don't think I want to write
Is it that we don't like to read, but we'll go and look for things in the book.
that one like
oh, page 1 crashing in page 2.
Look for juice.
17. Waka. Oh, but interesting.
juice.
Okay, I just want to see.
While Jay is at it, let me just mention that I have a sister called Ruby, and she loves you so much.
Oh,
she says to
Ruby.
let you know.
Okay, my love
so
to Ruby.
Mwah.
Kojo says 3 music. I thought you are only what DB. I've come to know that this is about. You're only DB. He says I've come to know this about you, and I respect you, Sister Deborah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I think I see what he's trying. Please. But it's the bit about the respect for you, because now there's another side of you that
That people
it's like
don't
nobody
know.
even knows, or you've never mentioned it anywhere public. Even if you have, maybe it hasn't gained that traction for people. But this is a good
The only
story about
traction
you.
thing is relationship. Cause
Yeah.
people,
Unfortunately,
because people
right?
are looking for love.
Yeah, start your
Looking for
own.
love.
Start your own show, looking for love. Then,
Hey.
so now
I want to
okay.
I want to ask you something. You know, earlier you
Extra
mentioned,
You were right. Extra time. Just when we're about. To anyway.
you mentioned something about not being lucky. I mean, moving away from just sports. Do you think it's just you as an individual with every other thing? Because I think your music career was actually ordained. Someone would say you were lucky to.
Actually, with that Uncle Obama, someone can say it was
Yes. So I've been listening to you, and I realized that even with life and how the things have panned out and turned out for you.
But you don't think I've also been a bit strategic?
Well, some people argue that luck could be engineered. You know, so maybe you looked about. You looked around and you were like, you know what?
It's like you prepare for an opportunity.
Exactly. You know,
And you,
but I'm not
and
too
you
sure.
seem to have been ready.
I'm not too sure
Hey,
if music
sir.
was like that for you. Every other thing you said, you know, you tried here. There were some closed doors. Later, some doors were open to you. But we look at your transition to Uncle Obama, you know, up to now, if not for these stories, I thought it was because One Love was obviously succeeding in music. Like, you know, my brother is doing music. Let me just
try.
You get me? But it looks like some level of luck has played a role in your life somewhere. So
But I also think
It
that
seems
she's
this video
very,
was even before Green Card.
very
wasn't it?
intentional.
this was 2010, right?
Yeah.
So it's possible. Oh, no. Green Card must have been earlier.
Yeah, because at that time,
With the video, I've
Kupolo,
forgotten the song.
Libi Libi Laba Laba Kokonsa.
Kokonsa.
It was at that time. It was.
Kokonsa was already out.
Yeah, it was already
Green Card
out.
Green Card
Yeah,
was
so-
already out, yeah. Because One Love came back to Ghana, I think 07, 08.
Okay.
But then
Yeah.
I was
True,
in
true,
the UK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you could be right, or you
Yeah.
are right. However, I don't know. Maybe I don't believe in like. You know, it's like lotto. Like maybe I don't like those kind of things. You know, it's like maybe I'm afraid to lose, so I won't try.
Are you afraid to jump? We've been talking about jumping this week. I mean,
Like jumping into water.
no, like you know, like taking bold decisions, uncomfortable decisions. You know, daring yourself to do something that you haven't.
Oh, of course, you'll be a bit afraid, but I've done things that's out of my comfort zone.
Some-
like to try
things like
yeah.
what?
Hey,
I'm
no,
just
don't
kidding.
really like
No, I'm just kidding, like-
okay. So when I
Yeah.
was so like I remember one time had I released Uncle Obama then or before, maybe before, like 2011, I could just take a plane and go to Nigeria alone and not know where I'm going. Yeah, so
Why? What was it about? What did you
Wow.
hear about Nigeria that?
I was just going there, like, oh, I know why I was going there.
Okay.
I was a big fan of Whiskey, so I'm going to the concert. So when I get there, I'll call someone I know that, oh, please, I need a ticket to the concert. Do you know that I've stood outside Echo Hotel and bought a ticket there? Like, you know, you buy tickets before the show, like black market tickets, and gone alone. One time, when I was going there on my own, I met some people on the plane. One was a Ghanaian. I remember, I don't need to mention his name, but he was coming from Atlanta. He was a Ghanaian. And then he said, where are you going? We're going to some wedding party. Will you join? And I said yes, but I didn't know I was going. And he was friendly, also not trying to hit on me or anything. So I felt comfortable. Went to the hotel. Then his Nigerian friend came. She's also mixed race like me. Pleasant girl. She was very friendly with me, pleasant woman. And then we ended up going to the dinner party together. And then, so I could stay at their
You
hotel.
are
They gave
crazy.
me a room.
Random-
I became
just-
their friends.
That's a random
Fish.
trip.
through her, I met somebody else, like another lady. We became friends. Met some other friends. Met some Ghanaians who were there. I think this guy, Kelly was there shooting. Then we hung out. So it's like I just went there randomly, alone. Didn't know what I was going to do.
So
I
you
took a risk.
didn't book a hotel. You didn't.
No, but I had some money on me, like bank card in case. But I was just going to see what will happen. I remember I was telling my best friend, she said, "You are crazy, you are mad." Hey, you did. So I have done stuff like that just to see what will happen.
Risky.
Where I'm going,
Too risky.
it's because also I was a fan of Wizkid then. And I went to the concert.
Wow.
And I remember something funny when I was sitting in the concert. So as I said, I just bought the tickets at the gate. Nobody harassed me, nobody worried me. Because if you move with some kind of vim, if you don't move vulnerable.
You see, when I was telling you that when we were in tech, we couldn't approach you. I'm telling you that that's how people didn't approach you.
Where is that confidence coming from?
Listen, I grew up with only boys. I was always the punch bag. I was always fighting.
But you don't look or the experience is not like a tomboyish type of person. You still been able to maintain your femininity.
Tomboyish, but I was tomboyish after GSS, before SS.
Okay.
I was trying to be tomboyish because I wanted to be cool, I wanted to be hard, that kind of thing. So I would like go with the boys, the extra classes boys in Motown and go and rent a car and be doing attrition.
You see?
My mother was so
Charlie.
My mother was so disappointed. Like, listen, my mother doesn't even drive, and then I'm doing attrition and things.
You were doing the attrition?
Yes.
Or you were
I know how to do it.
seat?
No, you pull the handbrake, you go in.
But because Olele mentioned,
But when there's no one there, holiday time, there's no one in school and the places.
It's
But like,
open,
and
yeah.
there's some park. So I liked boys things. I want to be hard because my brothers, they used to bully me. When we finished watching Chinese film, then
You
it's
are
me
the
there.
experiment.
So I always had to be, So I was
The whole time you are watching the film, you are also learning the
I
defense.
always wanted to be like,
Be
I
hard.
wanted to be hard. Then we watch action films. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes. But my mom didn't like it at all.
because
Olele
Olele mentioned
Yeah.
music, right? You have a new one with Papi Kojo.
Yes.
And
yes.
I didn't see this collaboration
Coming,
coming.
yeah.
Maybe other people did. Same way we didn't
What-
see your
yeah,
collaboration
tell
with
us a story
Medical
on this
as
song before
well.
we wrap it
Yeah,
up,
just
yeah.
take us
Okay,
through
so, okay.
how that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do. Well, Papi and I have been wanting to do music together for a long time because we really get along. Even though he's annoying, he probably finds me annoying as well. Yes, we talk a lot, like about personal issues and stuff. We talk a lot, and we've always been wanting. I've always been wanting to do a song with him because I feel like we are a bit similar in the way we are open-minded to some things.
Yeah,
So,
clear, yeah.
I'm not as petty as him though.
Ah.
Papi, forgive me. This one, I'll be in
Disclaimer.
trouble. I'll be in trouble. Yes, so it was meant to happen. I'm a fan. I love his flow. I love the
Yeah.
fact that he raps in Fanti. It's a Ghanaian language. And so basically, Manka, I told you so. So Manka is like, let's say Jay Foley tells one of his kids, don't jump on the couch. Don't jump on the couch. You're going to hurt your head. You're going to fall. You go and jump on the couch. Say,
Nah.
Manka.
So it's basically, I told you so. Anyone can relate to this in their life. Like you tell someone not to do that, you advise them that this was going to happen. Don't go and date that person. He will not take you serious. Or you go and date the person. Then this one.
You come back in tears.
You go and date some girl. Chop all his money. So that's basically
What?
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
do you
Go
have-
ahead.
You have some time.
No, go ahead. We don't, but you go ahead.
Okay. What type of girl are you in a relationship? Because I'm looking at the influences
Okay, all right.
that have, obviously helped your growth. Your brothers, the neighborhoods, London, life in general, right? At what point do you say that I'm the kind of girl that I want to handle things, I want to be taken care of? What's the profile of Debbie when
so
she's in a relationship?
in a friendship and relationship, even friendship, my love language, like what I show, is acts of service.
Okay. Okay.
So my boyfriend will say they need something. Hey, they know I'm making calls, arranging.
Lover girl.
Oh. Or like I love to gift. Like if I go to the shops, you can ask any of my close friends when I travel. Everything. Oh, Mama will like this. Oh, this person. I'm that type of
You're
person.
thoughtful.
I come back, open the suitcase, nothing
For
from me.
yourself.
Nothing. But it's also because I'm very picky and the kind of things that I see and I want, sometimes I can't afford it. But other little gifts and things I can get for my friends. So I'm that type of person. But I'm very respectful. I'm the type of person that if I see that you've started disrespecting me, you know, maybe passing some kind of hurtful comments that someone else will not be able to take crap. I mean, you know, I'm hard already. Then I'll give you 1, 2, 3 chances. I'll quietly leave. You'll not even know that I've broken up with you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'll not fight you. I'll not wish you bad.
Wow.
I'll not hate you.
You walk away.
I'll walk away because
I'm walking
I don't want to
away.
ever disrespect the person. There's no one I've ever dated that can come and say that I've disrespected them or I spoke to them. They can never. There's nobody. I'll never disrespect you because that means I never respected you in the first place.
yeah.
That's what I feel. Do you get it?
Yeah.
And I can't disrespect someone that's like my lover that I'm
Yeah.
with. That's like, then why are you with the person? If you know they see the person, why are you with the person? Do you get it? So I'll just leave you.
Quietly.
Abi, what you are
To
doing
date.
maybe is making you happy.
So continue.
So how do you achieve closure then? Because I mean, you walk away.
Do you know my closure?
What's your closure?
Because I know that I've never done anything bad to you, and I know my value.
Right.
So I even tell young girls who come to me for advice, maybe on
Yeah.
Snapchat, they'll be like, "Oh, the person is not minding them."
Yeah.
This. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes you sit down and you say, "God, give me a sign. This is the sign.
That's a sign, yeah.
That's the sign you're looking for." It's painful, but when I had like that huge public breakup, one man said to me, Mr. Oscar, he was like a godfather.
Yeah.
He said, what he said to me, I'm using to advise people, just accept.
Hey.
Today,
No, you
is
see,
what it is.
what she said is so important.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to accept that I've lost.
Yeah.
You accept
Yes.
it. Oh, you.
Or maybe they have lost.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's no fault of yours if you are the one who has
I know
lost.
it's difficult.
Yeah, I
It's
consider
difficult for
sometimes
people.
it's like, you know what? Look, I went into a battle, I lost. It's fine. It's cool.
okay.
It's-
You take your L and you
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
also have to, if like, let's say you know you haven't done anything bad, right? You have to just take it as a sign. If you want to say it's a sign from God, you want to say it's a sign from the universe. That's the one that people have been asking for sign. It's a sign. The person is showing you that you want them to come and tell you. Nobody will come and tell you because every human being feels bad to some extent. Like more often than not, you can't come and tell the person that, Charlie, I know they feel you again. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
But they are showing you. But just be calm about it. Just accept. And don't go and say that person was bad. He wasted my time.
yeah.
Or she wasted my time. Maybe you were just not the one. They were not the one for you.
But what if the signs are mixed? What if the signs could be related to personal struggles? I mean, our doctor says.
They say our time.
Okay.
We have to.
Yeah,
We have to.
I think the person
Yeah.
needs to work on themselves. So you should give them space. Like, just take your time. Give them space. Just let them know that you are there for them. If they need something, you are there for
They
them.
can come to you.
Uh-huh.
But you are already
But
gone.
you can't force. No, this is a situation where you're saying maybe the person is going through some personal.
Yeah, I'm saying like in the
struggles.
relationship because you said that when you see the sign.
No, but if the person is having like personal struggle,
Yeah.
maybe depression or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
once they haven't done anything bad to you,
Right.
they've not disrespected you,
Right.
just give them time. Let them know you are there for them. If they need
Yeah, but I'm
you.
saying that
Uh-huh.
the predicament is from that situation.
And because they are depressed now, they'll be disrespecting
exactly,
you and things.
So
Hey,
how
mommy,
do
what
you?
have I
How
done?
do you?
Now go. Me, what have I done?
Please, brand new
I'm
one.
hustling. Oh. Kim Kardashian sees me crash. She'll give me something small.
Brand new music is out. We're loving that with Papi. Is there a video coming up real soon as well?
I don't know, but yeah, maybe.
You should drop a video.
We have I have the concept already. We have the concept.
We'll be
Looking
waiting
forward
on
to
the
I want to do
video.
more reels and more short videos first.
Yeah, to
but
push
yes,
that.
let's see. I want to really push it.
Debbie, thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Oh,
I
thank
can't-
you guys
this
so
is-
much.
It's been a wonderful conversation
guys
with
have
you.
been
Yes,
so
yes,
fun.
yes. And listen, we honestly think we should have gone there. A lot of comments coming. We wish we could have gone on and on and on.
I told
but
you I'll talk plenty. and I'm not.
There's so much to find out, but we'll leave it right here. Thank you so much. And
Thank
to our
you
audience as
so
well, thank you
much.
so much for being here with us as well. We're back again same time tomorrow right here on Culture Daily, and we're out.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.